We've got the kids on the other side of the glass. We've got Kellan filling in for Gambo today, as he is for most of the week. And Kellan, this is, in some ways, I think this is like a predictable conversation that we're about to have here. And I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it, because I fear there are absolutely no options here. If you had told me back on August whatever, I can't remember the exact date, but I remember it was in August because I remember we were Cardinals training camp. If you had told me back then that the Suns were going to acquire Tyus Jones, that it was very likely only going to be for 1 year because he was just coming here to reestablish value so we could turn around and get paid, and that you were only going to have him for a whole year, and that's it, I would have said to you at some point during the season, he's going to be so good, we're going to have a conversation about how can you keep him. He's already there. It's December 17th. It's his numbers are career best almost across the board. He's shooting 44% from three. Points are great. Assist to turnover is great. All the things that you would expect. He's been fantastic. He's been everything you would have hoped. And this is the part of the show where I have to ask you, am I resigned to the idea that it's just going to be 1 year for Tyus Jones, or should there be an avenue to explore to try to keep him beyond the 1 year?
We kind of have a toxic relationship on today's show because you downplay me or look down on me for being Buzzkill Barry, and then you set me up and ask me a question where I have to be Buzzkill Barry again. It's unbelievable.
You are exempt from being Buzzkill Barry.
Okay, they don't have his bird rights, so there's zero chance he's coming back next year.
Well, you didn't have to be so cold about it. I mean, you could have given me a little softer landing than that. No? Look at you. You're just sipping your water like Kermit sips his tea over there. That's it? Done?
Sometimes you need to hear hard news that way, buddy.
Okay, you know what? That's fine.
Well, whoever learns where Christian Walker is going that is in Arizona, please tell me and Burnsy that way. We just stab us right in the heart away.
I get it. It's fine. And knowing that the answer was going to be no, I didn't know it was going to be that firm of a no, but okay, it's a no. He's not coming back.
It's unfortunate because with his bird rights, of course, you go into the Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal territory where salary cap numbers don't really matter. You can just keep re-signing guys as long as you have their bird rights. The bird rights do not work like that for Tyus Jones. And beyond that as well, I think this was a mutual understanding. This is a 1 year reset your marketplace value sort of season, and what a great season it has been for Tyus Jones in doing that.
Career high in points per game, career high in minutes per game. You pointed out yesterday he's shooting 44% from three. He's been fantastic. Now, okay, truth be told, I knew the answer to your question. I know there's no way that they're going to bring him back. I think the bigger question is here, has he revealed the flaw of the Phoenix Suns, and when he does leave, do the Suns now need to make sure they have somebody or multiple somebodies like him on their roster, because they've now seen, okay, we could use a guy like that. We need a player like that on the roster to hold this thing together. Has that at least been revealed over the course of these couple months?
I think for sure this was one of the shortcomings. Like it was a no-brainer signing. Don't get me wrong. They should have absolutely done it. It's been a home run for sure. But when this signing broke, it was like, okay, you're kind of signing yourself up now for like these 1 year replacements and just hoping that they keep hitting, right? Like Monte Morris, for example, is someone who has been so good for them this year in a limited role that you would want to look into bringing him back next year as well, especially given the fact that with his small role on this team, I doubt that he would garner much more than what you would be able to offer him. But you just kind of put yourself in that sort of situation. And Tyus has done it through being more aggressive with his scoring. This is something where coaches have sort of implored him to be doing this. I asked him about the real bump in his scoring for the first time in his career, which was his third year in Memphis. This was 3 seasons ago. And he said a preseason meeting with his head coach, Taylor Jenkins, and Taylor sort of implored him to, hey, like, we need you to be a little bit more aggressive with your scoring this year. You take care of the ball. You do an awesome job doing it, but look for the windows to score a little bit more. I think that's been part of the fun, and most of the fun for me in watching him play this year is that all of those smarts that lead to the historic assist-to-turnover ratio play out with his ability to pick the little windows to score as well. He's shooting 87% at the rim right now, and not because he's a juggernaut of a finisher around the rim. It's just he understands his little areas and moments where he can score there. His floater has been solid for them this year, but the big change, of course, has been on high three-point attempt volume at a career high by far, 5.5 attempts per game. The previous high was 4. He's still shooting at a career best 44%. It's been an incredibly impressive year and performance and string of performances out of him.
Kevin Durant, after the game the other day on Sunday, on Tyus's aggressive nature when he's the point guard and knowing when to be aggressive.
I think Tyus has understood that, it's a positionless team almost. It's possessions where he's going to bring the ball up and be the point guard. And it's possessions where Book will bring it up and he's a scorer now. And you got to play off the ball and can be aggressive to score. And it's times when I'm bringing the ball up, Brad bringing the ball up, Royce. So I think we all got to be ready to do different things out there. And Tyus has understood that, we want you to be a point guard, set up the guys, but we also need you to be aggressive downhill as well. And it's been a great balance thus far.
Okay, so I'm going to take this conversation down a slightly different direction since we're talking about maybe this pattern that has been established. Can the Suns, I don't want to say count on doing this every year, but can the Suns market themselves to free agents like this every year?
That's it.
Like, hey, look what we did for Tyus Jones. Yeah. Came here, 1 year, got paid.
Go take $8 million on the Pistons a year, or take 3 with us, and we will get you 15 next year, just like we did for Tyus.
That, to me, is the hidden, maybe not so hidden benefit of all of this. Yeah, you're going to lose Tyus when the season is over. Next year, if there's a free agent point guard that you can convince, hey, 1 year with us, you're going to make more money than you make right now. I think now I don't know how long that gravy train can last, but I think for at least a couple of years, assuming Tyus Jones gets paid, and there's no reason to think that he won't, I think you can market yourself if you're the Suns like that, right? To guys, nothing against Monte Morris, but to guys more in the Tyus Jones range in terms of the quality of point guard. I don't know who's a free agent next year. I don't know who they could be targeting as such next year, but I do think they can sell themselves that way to those guys next year.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is going to continue to be a tool for them in the Matt Ishbia era, which it has been so far, right? Like, we look at the reclamation project that has been for this franchise, which was once pretty much a laughingstock across the league. It was, right? Like, goat feces was the thing mainly associated with this team and its front office and its decision making, and just the leadership, the people that were really making the decisions and the leadership around the team. And they have widely turned that around to a big place where everyone always wanted to play here, but it was just playing on this franchise in particular that rubbed people the wrong way, and rightfully so. And there were definitely a number of different scenarios and factors that went into it. But if you look at what it's turned into now, it is one of the premium destinations to play in the league. There is a reason for the 5th time this year that we're doing random player picks the Suns as the team that they are going to leak to their whatever to get their new contract or whatever. We did it with Bronny and LeBron. We did it with Kyrie. Now we're doing it with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, and it does highlight the importance of the position and how it's kind of stitched everything together to a certain extent for the Suns, or at least how well that player has done. Maybe it hasn't stitched everything together, but certainly the right player in the right moment. This isn't all that different than what the Suns tried to do last year with the Keita Bates-Diops and the Chimezie Metus and the Drew Eubanks and others of the world. Hey, come here, play well, and you might get paid a year from now. You might be able to opt out of your cut. It just, none of them worked a fraction as well as this has worked with Tyus Jones. And I think we all knew it was going to work better with Tyus. Can Monte Morris, can he be that guy next year, or is he just the backup, do you think?
I think he's just the backup, but it might be a different kind of thinking, similar to what we thought could happen coming into this year. The Tyus is going to play his 25 minutes, and then for those 23 other minutes, let's kind of see what happens at point guard. I think that's going to be more of the thinking next year, unless they're able to stumble onto 2 veteran point guards again. Maybe they are. Who knows?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.